Hi, most of us have seen the movie Big Shot, a movie based on what really happened in 2008 when the market crashed. We had two main protagonists in the movie, Michael Burry, then manager of the hedge fund Skyne Capital, now retired. He was the one who predicted it all. Mark Baum, the one who didn't believe it at first but never shook it off too, and hence researched and went big on the shot himself. Both names are fictional names attached to the real world investors who actually made a fortune during the 2008 crash. What was the deal then? For many, I recommend watching the movie, but still putting a brief below. What is the safest thing that exists? House loan? The common man wants the house, loves his house, wants to stay in the house, and make a family. So, why will they not pay a loan? So, one of the famous bankers put his mind and made security called mortgage backed security. This was an instrument that was backed by multiple mortgage loans taken by house buyers. House buyer taking a loan was always considered safe. And if you pool up those loans into one security, your yield increases, but your risk still remain the same. The common man take a loan to buy a house. The document is generated with the bank, which gives a loan basis a mortgage. So the bank gives the loan basis credit scores, and the common man pays interest on it. Now bank uses this document, mainly called MBS, and so many more, and through a process of securitization creates a complex security called collateralized mortgage obligation, which directs interest payments from the loan towards different types and maturities of securities. Till here, we can't see a bubble. Then came CDO, collateralized debt obligations, a security backed by pool of loans and other assets, mainly CMO as discussed above. Now put these CDOs as a pool for other complex derivatives. Why derivative? Because it derives its value from underlying asset. Now these CDOs were sold to institutional investors. Now these CDOs became a collateral if the loan defaults. So the common man is paying interest on loans and using the house as a mortgage. Let's call it MBS. Sorry, it's called MBS. Let's call it A. Pool together A, you get CMO. Now CMO becomes an asset that can be further leveraged. Let us call it B, as they are backed by mortgages, of course. Now pool B, now you get CDO. That can also be further leveraged as they are backed by CMOs. Let's call it C. Wait for CDO squared. Now take CDOs with different risk profiles and maturities and structures. Then put them together into tranches. Tranche A is the most secured one, followed by B, double B, triple B, C, double C, triple C, and so on. Now bankers pool different tranches together to diversify risk portfolios and structure CDO squared. Now all the money collected was to allow people to buy more houses. More loans were available at lower interest rates. So people started to buy more and more houses. Each house was used as a collateral for the second one to further reduce the interest, and this went on and on and on. There was always a trouble at the ground level with low paying jobs, unemployment, rising income gaps, etc. And when the economy of your country is run by banks, there isn't any product you are making but just a pile of floating papers. Now, do you see a bubble? Wait. There was something also called credit default swaps. These are contracts that insure against losses on the lower rated, riskiest tranches. These securities allowed an investor to profit if there was a rise in defaults, while the holders of the mortgage-backed securities could see a total loss of capital. It was the banks that often incurred those losses. investors used leverage to buy CDOs on the assumption that the insurance would cover their losses, when it was very clear that the companies that offered these default swaps would not be able to pay. The financial system came under extreme pressure and need rescuing, and that was 2008 crash. Now replace common man with Wall Street blue-eyed companies, houses with private companies, banks with special purpose vehicles, as the scale of fraud should not be noted on public exchange, right? And should not be under regulator view, hence SPVs. So, and replace investors with private equities, and now your CMO becomes CLO, loan taken by companies, loan against shares. The very loan against shares, which everyone is talking about Adani as well. But don't worry, it's not that big in India. But oh my god, every company in America, you can see it in their books. How do you think Apple reached 3 trillion? Microsoft also reached 2 trillion as a uh, market cap. So, my next topic will be how to locate these private companies which are formulated using these CLOs and how they show in big company balance sheets. Wait for my next topic. We are talking about next big bubble, and millionaires were made during 2008 market crash. So wait for this one. Stay tuned to Market Analyst Pro. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.